Do you have green beans and you don't know what to cook with them? Or you just don't have any ideas for a dinner? Well, don't worry, because in this episode of Quick, Simple, and Easy Recipes, I'll show you how to make the best green bean dinner you ever had. I'm Ordinary Zed, and in this episode, and this is I am Ordinary Zed, and in this is I am Ordinary Zed, and this is Quick, Simple, and Easy Recipes. So let's just get right into it. Okay, first of all, you want to start with 1 or 2 onions. Doesn't matter the size, I'm using small ones because that's all I had for the time when I recorded this. And you want to dice them really finely. They don't have to be really tiny, just, medium sized chunks. Not very tiny like you make burgers or some shit like that. And once you are done dicing them up, you want to take 1 clove of garlic and you want to chop it up into small bits. Instead of chopping it up, you can also crush it if you want. Whichever way you prefer, that depends on you. Next up, you want to take 4 carrots and you want to slice them into circles. Now the circles don't have to be really thin. You can make them a bit thicker if you want, but that's how I prefer it. Because if the circles are way too thin, then they're not gonna be noticeable once they're baked. Or they're gonna end up really burnt, so slice them a bit thick. Next up, take 4 or 6 potatoes and you wanna chop them into square chunks. Now the chunks can depend on what thickness you're going for, or you can just slice them into circles. But I prefer the chunks method because it's way better than the circles and it's gonna bake a lot faster. Then add some olive oil into a frying pan and add the onion with the garlic. And then fry them for a little bit till they're brown. And I like to apologize for the shakiness of the camera because I'm using a fire stove, which I showed in my previous videos on this channel. For the meat that we're gonna use is pork, and you're gonna need 450 grams of it, chopped into large chunks. No need to coat it in flour, just add it directly in the pan and fry it till it gives a nice brown gray color. Once the meat gets a nice color, add the sliced carrots and 500 grams of green beans, and you want to stir them up for around 3 or 4 minutes. After that, add the sliced potatoes and stir it up for a small amount of time, because this is the part where we take out the frying pan and add the mixture to the baking tray. But before we can do that, we need to season it first. First, add a pinch of salt and a tablespoon of mixed vegetable seasoning. Now, I'm using my hands for this because I'm a professional with this job. And add a tablespoon of red pepper. You can use cayenne if you want. And also grind in some black pepper as well. Of course, you need to add 2 bay leaves. I broke them up because I can. Not really, because I kind of wanted to enrich the flavors of this meal. Stir it up so the seasoning can mix up with the vegetables and the meat. After you transfer it into a baking tray, add a little bit of water. This will help moisture the meal up. Don't add too much though. Also, if you want to, this is optional, but cover it up with some aluminium foil. And finally, transfer the meal into a preheated oven at around 220 degrees Celsius and bake it around for an hour. Also, for a side note, remove the foil 15 minutes before finish baking the meal. And that's about it. You can serve it with a nice salad and enjoy. Like this episode, make sure to leave a like, share it with your friends, and also comment if you have any suggestions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.